When we live in union with Christ, when our identity is shaped by Him, then we get to start experiencing what it means to live in power and authority. God's power and authority is not in the distant future for us. It's not at a place of accomplishment, but it's in our present. It is in a healed and a consistently renewed identity with Him. It's in union with Him. Luke 10:18-20. He replied, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. However, do not rejoice that the spirits submit to you. Rejoice that your names are written in heaven. Look, he's saying you have the power and the authority, but that should not be your focus. The focus is that you are a saved child of God, that your name is written in the Lamb's book of life. Thank you. Jesus has given us power and authority over Satan because we are living in the power and the transformation of the resurrection. Our transformation in Christ and our perspective in Him is what empowers us to overcome the forces of darkness that are attacking us. Because it's in Him that we have authority. It's in Him that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. So everything that we've talked about, from men created to be in union with God and to take care of creation, to Satan attacks at unity, to us being unified with Christ, that our identity is in Christ, that we have an active participation in the renewing of our hearts and minds, to living in power and authority, all culminates to this beautiful part. That the power of sin and death is broken. When we live in that alignment, we live in victory. As a Christian who has struggled to do this, I'm so grateful that God is opening up this understanding to me in a way that I haven't understood before. Like many of you, I have experienced a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of rejection, a lot of death. And if my focus is on my circumstance and the environment and everything that is going on here, it's easy to get depressed and easy to think that what Christ did on the cross didn't work in my life. But I'm not playing for the end game here. The end result is there. We are to usher in reconciliation in both our life and into the lives of others. And we have to consistently be renewed so that we don't turn away from unity, that we don't turn away from our identity, that we don't turn away from living in power and authority. Because those of us as Christians that live in consistent, habitual sin struggle with our identity, struggle with understanding that we are united with Christ. Like in theory, in our heads, we get it. But when we do this consistently and we live this way consistently, we are being transformed day by day. Even though there was a transformational moment that God sees us through the cross, we experience it day by day. And the conclusion is this: when we identify with Christ, we are in union with his death and resurrection.